What's up, guys and gals, and welcome to Veve Vibes, where I love talking all things NFTs, speculation, and of course the market. So today we're going to be talking about Jurassic Park. Veve just announced that they're going to be dropping some Jurassic Park NFTs. So this is in addition to the double feature exclusive NFT drop promotional material that they have. So these are going to be completely separate. I'm going to cover all the information today that we know of as of right now, all the stuff that's been posted on the Veve official Twitter. I'm also going to cover some other tweets that Veve's been kind of teasing about. I mean, like Veve's been talking about, and as well as David Yu, they've been talking about Jurassic Park since like April of 2021. So like this is something that's been going on for well over a year now. People thought we were probably going to get dinosaurs much sooner on Veve, and it wasn't until recently that we finally got it. So super exciting stuff. Also at the very end, I am probably just for fun, I was going to make my own video, but I figured I would just tie it into this one, talking about my review of Jurassic Park Dominion. I watched it with a couple other friends and thought it was okay, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a review at the very end. So if you guys want to check that out, just watch till the end. But we'll go ahead and jump into it. So first things first is wanted to look at some old tweets. I tried to dig back as far as I could, finding some old Veve tweets talking about Jurassic Park. So like I said, all the way from April 9th, 2021. So I mean, we're talking what, 15 months from now, or from before this month. Veve was talking about Jurassic Park and like, hey, what kind of collectibles are you looking forward to most? All kinds of stuff. So maybe they're just trying to get a small little survey of what kind of NFTs people wanted to see. Marvel Jurassic Park paid developers more money, like that. So T-Rex, everyone's saying T-Rex and stuff like that, obviously. So this is an old tweet I dug up. Again, Veve official Twitter, they did kind of like an NFT of a T-Rex kind of walking around. So I'm not sure if we're gonna get this one exactly. It could look different, could look more updated, not entirely sure. Again, this is a tweet from probably 14 months ago. So talking about the augmented reality and all that stuff. So again, you know, here's Cavell Anderson. A lot of the Veve OGs were around during this time. And so speaking of Veve OGs, I needed one of them to help me uncover some AR footage that they did. So luckily the Gale was able to help me out, and so he actually sent me a video of him actually covering the Jurassic Park gates. So this was actually an official Veve tweet, or actually an official tweet from David Yu from his personal Twitter showing the Jurassic Park gates. So check out this video. The Gale did a whole 4-minute video speculating on what this could be. Could this be you know, a secret rare drop for the blind box, you know, format? We can get another drop later this month talking about Jurassic Park. Could it be part of the NFT promotional material? And again, this was all the way back in April 24th of last year. So this is something that's been talked about for a very long period of time. Some people think it could be a new entrance for like your vault, all kinds of stuff. So there's tons of speculation. We won't know until it finally happens. So that's some pretty interesting and fun stuff. So and then finally, we're going to get to here, which is the official tweet from Veve, talking about the ultimate apex predator is here to celebrate this summer's epic conclusion to the Jurassic Park era. T-Rex is ready to defend her title as the greatest carnivore of all time. 4 rarities drop Sunday, 12th, June 8th, 8 a.m. PT in blind box format. So here's the picture. It is going to be a T-Rex. It does look pretty similar to the one that they showed all the way back in April. I mean, just looking at kind of the skin tone, the shading, and all that kind of stuff in the details. So very curious if this is the exact same one or it might look slightly different, but it looks like, as far as we know, and I wanted to scroll down here, they did say it's not drivable. So unfortunately it's not drivable. You can't move it around and all that stuff, but it doesn't mean it's not drivable, you know, forever. At some point maybe it is, but as of right now it's not. People are asking about the AMC double feature NFT. Instructions should be on the ticket. Are the AMC ones and this drop going to be different in any ways? That yes, this is the first in the series of the Jurassic Park Dominion NFTs. So it sounds like the ones that we might get from the AMC drop, or like the promotional material, that could be either like series 2 or just could be like a separate thing. Not entirely sure, but they just said, yeah, pretty much that they're going to be separate. So the drops that we're going to get from the promotional material is not going to be more T-Rex. It could be a T-Rex, and the other 2 are going to be different, but as far as we know, it's not going to just be identical. Someone also asked too about the 3D models. Are they from the original movies, basically from like the studio or something like that? And Reverend Alex G said these are modded from the current studio assets, as far as I know. But there was also a really interesting one, movie ticket. So there was one that people were talking about here. So 4 different dinosaurs or 4 poses of the T-Rex. So it's 4 T-Rex. So this is going to be, you know, kind of like what Marvel does with, you know, with Storm, with Deadpool, with Thor, where instead of, you know, 5 different rarities, there's just 4. So I imagine it's probably going to be common, uncommon, rare, and then maybe ultra rare, maybe jump up to secret rare. We don't know which one that last one is. So again, with this blind box format, if I really had to guess here, I'm assuming the box price, I mean, it's going to be really, really tough if these are going to be 50 or above. Honestly, if these are 50, what that's typically going to mean with the current market sentiment is that the bottom 3 lowest rarities are probably going to be below box price. Like the common and uncommon will probably be well below box price. That third one, the rare, will probably be a little bit closer, so probably 90% of box price, maybe a little bit above, again, depending on the editions. And whatever's the ultra rare or the secret rare is probably going to be double the price, maybe 50% more. It's really hard to tell without knowing any of the mint numbers, if they're going to be animated and all that stuff. I do have a feeling that the highest minted one or the highest rarity one is going to be animated, whether that's the rare, ultra rare and secret rare. Really hard to tell. So yeah, that's pretty much all we know right now. So obviously tomorrow we're going to get more information. This drop is going to be for Sunday, June 12th at 8 a.m. It's going to really depend. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to go for this drop, because about 5 days after this drop happens, we're also going to be getting the Jurassic Park exclusive, the Jurassic World Dominion exclusive NFTs for the promotional material that they did. So those are going to be dropping. Those are going to be 3 separate NFTs. So depending on the rarities on that, how many of them come out, this could even drop the price of the T-Rex. So if you are planning on buying the T-Rex or the full set, maybe it's smarter to hold off. But again, I have no idea about the box price, the mint numbers, rarities, anything like that, as far as I know. So I'm really excited for this, but this might be one I might pass. It also might be because I don't have a ton of gems on my 3 phones. You know, it's kind of spread across of them. So if these are worth like 50 gems, I think I might only be able to play it on like 1 phone, because my other 2 phones just don't have enough gems to play it. I think I'm saving those other 2 phones mostly just to play comics for the most part. But yeah. So going into the Jurassic Park Dominion, just very quick review. I watched it. I'm not going to do any spoilers, so it's going to just be like just very generic kind of like information about the film and just kind of my overall feeling and all that stuff. First off, the movie is pretty long. It's almost like 2.5 hours long. It did feel really slow at times. I will admit the first third of the film felt incredibly slow, just unraveling the story. In typical Jurassic Park fashion, of course, there's a bunch of very campy scenes and tons and tons of action. I think this Jurassic Park had the most action of any of the Jurassic Parks that we've seen prior, Jurassic World, Jurassic Park, whatever. And I like that, but a lot of the scenes just seems really over the top. Some of the action scenes seemed really dragged out, and it felt like honestly more of like a monster movie than it did like an actual Jurassic Park thing. And the one thing I did not like about it is because I watched a lot of the trailer stuff, and so a lot of the trailer information that they gave out, the last like 6 months to a year, was it looked like it was going to be more about dinosaurs in the cities, and they're going to be roaming around, and it's all going to be about dinosaurs kind of like living with people in the real world. And what does that look like? They covered that very briefly in a certain segment, I would say in the last act, like at the very towards like the middle third, I don't know what you want to say, like between acts like 1 and 2. That's kind of where they cover some of the stuff. But for the most part, it covers none of that. And it kind of just goes back to old original classic Jurassic Park, where it's kind of like in one area and all that kind of stuff. So that stuff's kind of misleading, where I feel like a lot of promotional material that they did for the movie, like none of it is actually in the film, which is kind of disappointing. Also, it just seemed like it was just very, very repetitive. It was the same thing where, oh my gosh, we're getting chased by a dinosaur. It's going to chase us. It's probably going to slip and fall 15 to 20 times to give us a chance to like get more distance. And very last second, we're going to get, kind of saved by a metal cage, or someone's going to save us off screen that's just going to grab us by the arm and pull us up. That happens at least like 5, 6, 7, 8 times. And it just started getting really annoying and just like really repetitive. But some of the scenes or some of the screenshots were just really, really good. I liked it. And I enjoyed it, but it just seemed like there was just 20 minutes of just kind of like, okay, what's going on? And then there'd be 2 or 3 minutes of like a really good scene or a segment. And you're like, all right, I'm starting to like this. And then it goes right back to just the same stuff. I really like Jeff Goldblum in the movie. He was definitely the comedic relief. I really enjoyed that. But it just felt like the whole movie, it just seemed like it was almost like 2 different movies and 2 different stories just kind of smashed together. And because of that, like neither full story is like really fleshed out. And it's really hard to like either story for the most part. Also, the whole basis of the story are about these, you're basically told this within the first 3 minutes of the film, so I'm not afraid to spoil this, where it's all about locusts. And like, you thought it would be about dinosaurs, like something with the world, but it's all about like locusts. And I'm just like, really? It's just kind of, the story honestly just wasn't that great overall. Like, look, if you're just looking for like a fun action flick that's kind of more of like a monster movie kind of thing, then you'll probably enjoy this movie. But if you're looking for something that actually has a story and it flows well, and you can really overlook, you have to like really shut off your brain to like really enjoy this movie, to be quite honest. Like if you love just like mindless action, sure, you'll probably enjoy this one. But just like the pacing was really weird, and the head bad guy looked a lot like, oh my gosh, I forgot, like the head CEO of Apple or whatever, which was just kind of hilarious. Just kind of their take on him. It was just kind of weird. But Anyway, yeah, I know it's probably not the best review, but it's just all the stuff I can kind of remember from last night for the most part. But I thought the movie was okay. If I had to give it a rating, it was probably like a 6.5, like maybe a 6 at the most. But there was just so many scenes where you're just like, what is going on? Like, what? Like, certain scenes were awesome, but just the transitions between the scenes. And there's, of course, a ton of times where the actor or one of the characters are just, you know, they think they're out of danger, and I'm like, what are you guys doing relaxing? Like, the danger is still there, and they're just like, whew, that was close. Or they're like, oh, and they do kind of a funny punchline, and they almost get bit again. And, you know, and it's kind of silly because, you know, like, no one's ever really in danger at the end of the day. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's kind of like my quick review of Dominion. I like the movie. I like certain segments, but overall, if you just want to shut off your brain and watch it, you can enjoy it. Other than that, it was an all right movie. But looking more forward to the NFTs, and I really hope they keep making more movies in the future because, you know, in order for the NFTs to do well, we need more movies, more stuff. That IP needs to get pushed more over the next few years, and hopefully we can get some better writers as well as directors in the future movies. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys take care, and I'll catch you guys next time.